Christine. This is Bee's Intuition. Today we're going to do a reading about what is in the dark that is coming to light. That'll be the thing of this reading, okay? Let's just dive right into it. Please and thank you, Spirit. What is in the dark that is coming to light during this time for the collective? Please and thank you, Spirit. I don't know about all that, Spirit. I don't know. Oh, gee willikers. I'm gonna say no to those, yes to those. Let's see if anything else comes out. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, okay. Ooh, arm itchy. Anyways, Knight of Cups. Oh, hopefully, I don't know how I look. Hopefully it's okay. Knight of Cups. Six of Swords, Page of Swords, the Hierophant, Seven of Cups, Page of Pentacles came out in this direction. Also came out very enthusiastically, so that's like a big part of this reading, I think. Bottom of the deck here is the Two of Swords. Very interesting. All right, let's just dive right in. Start clarifying, shall we? Okay, starting with that Knight of Cups. Please and thank you, Spirit. What do you have for that Knight of Cups? What is that trying to tell the collective? Please and thank you. What are you trying to bring to light with that Knight of Cups? Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's see what we got with that. Okay, I feel so extra today with my mannerisms. Anyways, Five of Swords, clarifying that Knight of Cups, the Emperor, King of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Star card. Really good energy except for that Five of Swords. And mind you, the Emperor and the King of Pentacles came out upright. These are both people that really give off boss vibes. Also, they are both warriors. They have suits of armor underneath their cloaks, as if to say that they're ready for battle at any point if they need to. The Knight of Cups is usually somebody coming in with some sort of offer of love, or at the very least a communication regarding romance or feelings. And this would be a really good option. But what is this Five of Swords trying to say? I don't know. I've said this a million times. I'll probably say it a million more. I don't like the Five of Swords energy. This is somebody that takes away power from others and enjoys that typically. Makes them feel more powerful. But that's not really the energy of the Emperor and the King of Pentacles upright. That might be them in reverse. So it's like, what is this Five of Swords trying to say? The Star card at the bottom of the deck, I think that's kind of how they're viewing you. You stand out in a way that is very beautiful, radiant, special. There's like something very special about your energy in this person's mind. They could definitely, maybe like you're on your way up to stardom of some sort, or just like being recognized or well known. And maybe this person sees that potential in you. You could be quite spiritual and quite healing. Also, there could be something about destiny. This person may be drawn towards you because they feel like you're attached to their destiny in some way. I'm going to clarify that Five of Swords now. Please and thank you, Spirit. What is that Five of Swords trying to tell us? Please and thank you. Anything else about that Five of Swords? Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay, what the heck? The Five of Swords got clarified by Queen of Wands. That star card came out. I love when that happens, especially when it's at the bottom of the deck before it comes out, because it's like, okay, that was really, really meant for this reading. Seven of Cups, Temperance. Also, I just threw that Seven of Cups down and it landed like that, so I'm going to take it as coming out in that direction. Might help us gain a little bit more clarity on this situation. Bottom of the deck, Four of Cups. Oh. So maybe that Five of Swords, it could speak to maybe their fear if they were to come towards you to express interest, that you could be very, defensive when it comes to this person. I take these energies as your energy. You're somebody that is very attractive in your power, and everybody else around you can see this because it's like radiant, and it's a radiance that comes from within. It almost is like a intangible sort of quality about you that is very captivating to people. It also feels like because of that energy, because of your charisma, because of that radiance that you radiate, you're most likely going to be very successful. And this person really sees that very strongly. This also gives very independent vibes. I think that you are somebody that kind of knows what your purpose is, and you're kind of set towards that purpose. You might be working on things in your life right now and maybe not even paying attention to romance. Or maybe that's what this person thinks about you, is like that you're not interested in romance potentially because you're so set on achieving goals, going towards your purpose in life. With the Seven of Cups coming out like that, illusions, not seeing something clearly here, is drawing or holding somebody back. Oh goodness gracious. The wind. That's pretty funny. It was like literally this close to ending up in a puddle. Spirit saved it. It's a star card too. Yeah, you're on the move. Got places to go, people to see. And that might be why this person is like a little bit intimidated, potentially. So yeah, maybe that Five of Swords is what they're fearing that will come from you because you're so like in your zone. Maybe you don't like distractions. I'm just gonna try and fix my tripod. Don't know if that really made a difference, but we'll see. We'll see when I'm editing. I'm sure it's gonna be like crooked because it always is, but I'm trying my best here. Yeah. Feel like you're very much in the zone, focusing on what you want to focus on, and it's like the stuff that actually will pay back in some way. But this Seven of Cups coming out like that, this also feels like maybe somebody isn't sure of what your perception of them is. So maybe they think that you feel Five of Swords towards this person, either defensive, or maybe you just don't trust them. Maybe you assume that they're coming in with the Five of Swords energy. That may be also be based on past experiences in love. Because it's like, I mean, it is possible that this person did the Five of Swords to you in the past, and maybe they're trying to heal the pain that they inflicted. But the energy that they're giving off is not very Five of Swords energy. You know? I don't know if you're a mosquito or not. Oh, actually, you're kind of cool. Anyways, Temperance is all about healing. So maybe it is like somebody that treated you Five of Swords energy in the past. Maybe made you feel disempowered. And so they're coming back into your life to make amends for the past mistreatment. But it doesn't feel like that for some reason. I think I'm going to keep going because it might actually become more clear the further we go along this reading. Okay. Also, Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you are somebody that maybe it is like that you're a little bit standoffish or closed off to love at this moment. And that's not to say that it's not logical to be so, especially if maybe you've recently or in the past have gone through some stuff and you're kind of just closed off to the idea of love even. But you're very good with like boundaries, and I feel like you're very selective at this point in your life. And so I do feel like this person is a little bit concerned that you might just straight up reject this person if they try to come forward to express themselves. This is so weird because like this is usually a very confident person with that Emperor and the King of Pentacles. This is usually somebody that's quite secure in themselves, confident, grounded, and like they're a boss in their own life. So it's interesting that it is possible that maybe you're like the only person that really intimidates this person. Maybe they're a boss like in their own life, but maybe you make them feel like they're not a boss potentially. Like you make them feel weak potentially. Not that you're like, forget again. No, whatever. But it's like, and what I mean by weak is like maybe they have a soft spot for you, or maybe something about you is quite intimidating. And to be honest, that Queen of Wands with the Star card, if you're somebody that is very much set on a destination or an accomplishment that you are planning for and you're like moving towards that, it could be very intimidating to somebody. Maybe they're not used to being interested in those types of people. Feels like you're very much like a go-getter energy. And I almost feel like love is sort of like a distraction at this point, and it's like I don't want that because it's going to distract me from my purpose or my main goal. Okay, let's go on to that Six of Swords. Please and thank you, Spirit. What do you have for that Six of Swords as to what is coming to light during this time? Please and thank you, Spirit. Ooh, okay, let's see what we got. Bad day to choose an outside reading. It's really windy. My bad. So, clarifying that Six of Swords, we have the Three of Cups, the Empress, and the Two of Wands. That's very beautiful. Yeah. You've been just like focusing on yourself. You may have turned towards like friends, family, other forms of love, which is sort of like a common theme I've been picking up in the readings lately. You're so much in your power and you're so freaking attractive. But I also see you planning, like planning for the future, planning for what your future, like what you want your future to look like, and actually striving to achieve that. And it feels like this is definitely coming after a time of disappointment at the very least. Either hurt or disappointment. Like it definitely feels like you are trying to invest in the things in your life that are way more reliable or have a better payoff. Like they're more rewarding than maybe your love life in the past. Also, that Two of Wands is telling me that you're going to be quite successful. But the Two of Wands is also a reminder that if we do have goals that we're set on, not to really rush the process, even if we want to achieve that goal very much, like very soon or whatever. And the reason why is because the story of this dude is that he worked really hard, he got to the place that he wants to be, but then there's like this feeling of, well, something's missing, or there's got to be something more to this, or you know, it's like a feeling of something lacking, or you know, just desiring more than that thing. And so sometimes this Two of Wands can be a message about like enjoying the journey, even the bumps in the road, even like the delays and stuff. Like, don't sweat it if something is taking a long time to come into the 3D or to manifest like success here, because it feels like it's very much on your path and you're doing exactly what you should be doing in order to achieve that eventually. I don't know why I'm getting this. Well, I guess the Three of Cups is probably why. Like, something about making friends along the way. Like, maybe you don't have to go through this process alone. Maybe it's okay to make friends along the journey, opening up to friends, socializing a little bit more maybe. Networking, potentially. Like, it feels really good. Like, I feel like you're actually going exactly where you should be, and it's like you're doing the right things in order for where you're going to be much more hopeful, much more brighter, more satisfying for you. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands. Somebody could like want to flirt with you a little bit with that Ace of Wands. Maybe somebody wants to express that they find you attractive. This could also be like maybe you have some sort of new passionate idea, maybe even a creative idea or something. That could be like very, what's the word, abundant, or create abundance in your life. And I'll just say it, there could be some schmexual frustration at this time, especially if you are distancing yourself from your love life or just love and romance in general. You may be feeling a little bit schmexually frustrated. Okay, Spirit, I don't know. I don't know if that's like, okay. I'm not used to like saying very schmexual messages. Self-pleasure may help you get through this time, is what Spirit is saying. So, and you know, I don't know. I don't think those types of things shouldn't be taboo to talk about because they're so natural and healthy. Like, there shouldn't be like shame attached or guilt attached or certain stigmas to be attached to that. Especially because like when you know your own personal preferences and stuff, that can help your future lovers learn more about you, because when you know yourself, you can share that with others. So it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm of the belief that I don't want to say certain words because of YouTube, but Self-pleasure is nothing to be ashamed of and perfectly natural, and in fact it could be very good for you, especially if you're interacting with your body in a way that is positive, safe, etc. But yeah, so that could just be a side message for anybody that's out there feeling very schmexually frustrated at this time. And maybe it's possible that you could be finding yourself attracted to somebody while you're on your grind. And that's also something not to really feel bad about or shamed about or whatever, because it's normal. It's normal for humans to have schmexual feelings for another person or be attracted to another person, even if you are not trying to focus on that. So if you are feeling sense of guilt or shame or like, oh, why do I have to be attracted to somebody right now? Just be like kind with yourself and understanding with yourself. Like, you are human. You can't expect yourself to behave not like a human. And, you know, along those lines, pretty much. Yeah. Okay, let's go on to the Page of Swords. Please and thank you. What is this Page of Swords? What's coming to light with this Page of Swords? Please and thank you, Spirit. What is coming to light with this Page of Swords? Please and thank you. Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. What is this Page of Swords trying to tell us? Anything else about that Page of Swords? Please and thank you, Spirit. Spirit, please and thank you. Okay. Oh. Okay. So clarifying that Page of Swords, the Chariot card came out in the reverse, and it's kind of like, no offense, but it's kind of like no duh. Because like if they're in the Page of Swords energy, they aren't planning on moving anywhere anytime soon, typically. But they are keeping an eye on you, and they do want to come forward towards you, but they're resisting that. The Magician and the Hanged Man. This is all major arcana, by the way, clarifying a page. So this is somebody that actually, maybe they're more than they appear. Ah! How dare you do that to me? Not again. Yeah. Okay. With the Magician and the Hanged Man coming out with that Chariot card in the reverse. Ooh, this person. And also the major arcana indicate like the intensity of this person's intentions. With the Magician card and the Hanged Man, like this is somebody, like they want to manifest you potentially or connection with you, but they also feel stuck at the moment. And it's almost like they're in a situation that they feel stuck in, but they have the awareness now that they want you, and yet they're not moving towards you. They might even be avoiding coming towards you. King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I believe you showed up as the Queen of Wands earlier. So it could be indicating a divine match, but the card that blew away was the King of Wands, and underneath it was the Ace of Swords, but the Ace of Swords was in the reverse. I flipped it around because I was like, I like to keep all of my cards upright so that when they come out, I know that they are supposed to come out in the reverse. But I find that very interesting. For whatever reason, this was in the reverse. Oh, I hate these freaking messages that are negative. But life isn't always sunshine and rainbows. I'll just say what I'm gonna say. Ugh. And especially when you consider what's underneath the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Three of Pentacles. with these scrubs coming through in these readings. King of Wands most likely is not telling the truth or not communicating something. Most likely it feels like a third-party situation. I hate that this keeps coming through these readings. It is possible that on the more innocent end of things, perhaps they're just not being honest or communicating that they would like to build a foundation with you. But to me, it feels almost like this person already has a foundation built up with someone, but they're going to be dishonest and not tell you about it or not tell you the complete story. And they're charismatic, so it's like possible that they're kind of like in player mode. Or maybe people are more likely to believe them because they're charismatic. Ugh. I'm not a fan of that energy. Also, that Hanged Man, for some reason, is giving me the vibes of, like, maybe they even feel trapped being attracted to you, or interested in you, or wanting you. Like, they almost feel like, okay, I'm getting, it's a trap, so maybe they feel like you're a trap in some way. Maybe you are very sweet, or something, but they worry that that's just a mask. Or the other thing I was getting is like they feel almost attracted to you or attached to you against their will. But it's like they feel like they've been enlightened to this connection and how this could be a divine match, but they feel stuck in some way. And that stuckness is holding them back from acting. But they will observe you from a distance or on social media. And they will desire you, but it's like they're not coming towards you. Maybe they want you to come towards them. But also, if you don't know if this person's attached to somebody or not, or if they're being honest or whatever, it's like, also, you may not even know who this person is. So it's like, how are they supposed to, or how is the collective supposed to know to reach out to this person if they don't say anything? I'm going to continue with the reading though and see what else comes out. Let's go on to the Hierophant now. Please and thank you, Spirit. What do you have for that Hierophant card? Please and thank you. What is coming to light with that Hierophant card? Please and thank you. What is coming to light with that? Please and thank you. What is coming to light for the collective with that Hierophant card? Oh no. Yeah, yeah. Oh no. Okay. We will take that. Keep that there. Well, clarifying that Hierophant, we have the King of Wands had to pop out because of course he had to. Two of Cups. This is somebody that feels like they are a good match for you, which, you know, if you're coming up as the Queen of Wands, yeah, they could probably see you as a soulmate or a divine partner. That the two of you would have a healthy relationship. But, and that could be their intentions. The Hierophant, because the Hierophant is what is being clarified right now with all these cards, is this person could want a serious traditional commitment with you. I just don't, well, let me show you the other cards before I say anything. The Two of Swords came out, but it came out like that, in this direction, which I think is very obvious, like especially with what I was picking up with this energy before, was you don't know if this person's lying, telling the truth, if they're a player, if they have a relationship. You don't know if you can trust them. You have no idea what to decide in this situation because they're probably confusing as hell. The the Eight of Swords also came out upright. Like, this person just keeps you stuck in your head and feeling confused, not being able to see things clearly. Maybe there's even a feeling of being trapped to an extent in a confused, it's like you're being trapped in confusion with this person, it feels like. And the thing too with that Two of Cups is like, maybe you do feel a connection with this person, but you don't trust them. And I don't know if that's a bad thing or if that's not, it feels rational. It feels rational with what you know about this person. And then there was like this stack that also came out, and so I just want to share that. Wheel of Fortune, divine timing could be playing a part in this. Or maybe the universe is trying to switch gears here. If maybe this connection hasn't been going well for some time, maybe it will start going better. But it could also happen in the reverse as well, where it's like if it's been going good, it might turn bad. Not to put any fear in anybody's minds of their current relationships, because I think this is a very specific person, and I think you'll know who this person is. Death card, transformation, rebirth, renewal, significant change. Eight of Cups, leaving something behind that no longer emotionally fulfills you, going towards what does emotionally fulfill you. Ace of Pentacles, an offer of a fresh start with somebody to build together. Ooh, interesting. The Hierophant and the High Priestess came out back to back like that. I'm honestly getting that there could be a conflict in spiritual beliefs. Maybe somebody here is more traditionally spiritual in the more of like a religious way, whereas somebody may be more new age spirituality. Like more, new age spirituality, like outside of religion, potentially. Somebody could also have been raised with very traditional ideas, like maybe traditional gender roles, strict sort of ideas about gender, I guess I was about to say sexuality as well, but just all those types of things, like the things that society sort of teaches people, or religion teaches people like that. Six of Cups, so it does feel like there is some sort of past here, so whether that be somebody from your past in this life, maybe a past life connection, or so either this person feels like your inner child and their inner child like feel safe with one another, or maybe you feel that way with this person potentially. And then the Page of Swords, also double confirmation for the Hierophant and double confirmation for the Page of Swords. This is so interesting to me. So I feel like they may come in very enthusiastically to express that they are very interested in you and they think that you would be a good match for them. But I feel like you're going to be throwing up your walls to this person because they're confusing. I feel like there's more that needs to be either explained or shown to you in order for you to believe this person. Like there needs to be more evidence of them transforming. There needs to be more evidence of them potentially leaving behind that relationship that may have been happening in the background there. Like, it's like you need evidence of these things before you even think about having a new beginning with this person. And maybe you are concerned that there's a conflict in the spiritual department. You know, maybe this person has a very closed mind when it comes to their religious ideas. Like maybe they're very stuck in their ways of thinking, whereas you're maybe more open-minded or relaxed with your spirituality even. I think this person really thinks of you fondly, and maybe that's kind of why they feel like they can't leave you alone with that Page of Swords. Like, I feel like they are very much observing you, watching you, and I don't necessarily get it in a creepy way. I mean, it could be, but it doesn't feel excessive to me. It just feels like I am interested in you, but I'm way too scared to ever express that, show that. Which doesn't make any sense because we have that Two of Cups, which would be indicating them bringing up that conversation. And this is all clarifying that Hierophant. Maybe the way that this person stands out to you is that they have a very traditional vibe to them, potentially. Strict gender roles or something. They may be somebody that believes that they only have masculine energy in them or only feminine energy within them. When I personally believe, I'm of the belief that we have both feminine and masculine energies within us, regardless of gender. And I personally find that when we balance those energies, that's when when life starts going a little bit easier for us, in my personal opinion. So maybe it's something like that where like this person doesn't realize that they can fulfill themselves, and so maybe they feel like they need you in order to fulfill them. Like maybe they're not completely out you, which I feel like is sort of a toxic idea. I feel like this is going to be what they kind of explain to you, maybe, is that they feel like a call from the divine to come towards you. They did that transformation, that, you know, that work to change for the better. They walked away from that past connection. They want to come towards you to offer you a new beginning together. Maybe they will talk about spirituality and maybe how you have different perspectives of spirituality. Maybe you're trying to find some common ground there, or they are. Six of Cups, maybe that's the reason for them reaching out, is like they were thinking about you, or they were reflecting on you, or something about you being really significant to this person. And the Page of Swords could also just be them explaining to you that they have been watching you for some time, or they've had their eye on you for quite some time. I also sometimes take the Page of Swords as somebody being very interested in to get to know somebody more. So it could be something like that as well. Maybe this person's just very intrigued by you and wants to explore that more, now that they're finally building up the confidence or removing those energies that were blocking this connection potentially. Bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. They could be coming in this sort of energy, where it's very much emotionally available, emotionally mature, emotionally expressive. Somebody that's secure in their emotions and stuff. So if you felt like this person wasn't emotionally available before because of like a past partner or something, maybe they have left that behind. They're now entering this more emotionally available state and coming towards you with this clean slate almost. Could be what that transformation of the Death card was talking about. Maybe they went from a King of Wands that may have been a little bit more player energy, and they went through that major transformation, and they're coming out as the King of Cups now, who is more emotionally available, you know, tapped into their emotions in some way, able to express that ideally. Yeah. Okay. Let's go on to the Seven of Cups. Please and thank you, Spirit. What's that Seven of Cups coming up? Ooh. What's coming to light with that Seven of Cups? Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you. Anything else? Okay. Okay. Clarifying that Seven of Cups, we have the Seven of Pentacles. 77777 could be significant. And then that was followed by, okay, I think everything's held down. Better read it, or else I won't be happy. Anyways. That Seven of Pentacles was followed by the Eight of Wands. To be honest, what I'm getting from this is that they've been patient and now they want to finally communicate. Because this is clarifying that Seven of Cups, it is possible that they still don't know where you are at. If you have feelings for them, if you don't, if you have options, if you don't. And maybe they've been trying to find that out from keeping a distance for a period of time. Maybe they were like trying to watch you from a distance, see if you were interacting with people in a romantic way, potentially, to see if you're like not single or something. But it feels like maybe they are finally reaching the point where they're done with observing, and now they want to act, and the action is them coming forward with communication. I also get like it could be clearing this confusion up with that Seven of Cups. Like if it has been a confusing connection, oh my gosh, I can't talk. If it's been a confusing connection with this person, I feel like this is them coming in to finally bring about clarity. More clear language as well. Much more straightforward. Also, it could be coming out of nowhere because I definitely see them going from 0 to 100 kind of, where it's like, I'm gonna just stay back here, observe, and then it's like suddenly they're like, no, I'm gonna act. I'm gonna clear things up. I'm gonna do it. So it could be that like this person was distancing themselves from you, but then all of a sudden they're like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm in the mood to do it now, or I am prepared to do it or something. I'm hyped to do this now. Yeah. Okay. So that's good. That could be coming to light some details that were confusing. Also, bottom of the deck, King of Swords, and with the breeze, it just blew off the King of Swords and revealed the King of Cups. So this is a very multifaceted person. I mean, it is possible that this could be describing multiple people, but for whatever reason, I'm just picking up that this is just one person. Which, to be honest, I think that makes sense because they showed up as the Emperor earlier. And the Emperor is the combination of all the kings. And actually, now that I think about it, we had the King of Pentacles at the beginning of this reading, and then we had the King of Wands, and then we had the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck before, and now we have the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So yes, this is somebody that's very multi-faceted. I almost said multi-talented, so that could be something. But yeah, this is a complex individual. They have a lot of like different parts to them. And that could also be something that's kind of intriguing about this person. Maybe you are interested in them because maybe you see that complexity to them and maybe that intrigues you. Because I also feel like you are also a very complex person yourself. You showed up as the Empress, which is the counterpart to the Emperor. And the Empress is the combination of all the queens. So it's like you both are very much very powerful people, but powerful in a lot of different ways. I think you're both people that have like a presence about you, you know? Like you're definitely the type of people that people feel before they see, potentially. Like you may notice that like people like turn to go look at you when you walk into a room, and maybe you were like walking silently, so it's like, why did they turn to look at me? I'm not even doing anything to draw attention. And then it could be the same for this person as well. Yeah, this is a very interesting person. I honestly am feeling like maybe there may have been like maybe a superficial judgment that you may have made on this person in the past, but it's almost like maybe that judgment, that initial judgment, is starting to sort of crumble, and you're starting to see what's underneath, and you're like, okay, this person maybe they're way more deep than I assumed or thought that they would be. I don't know, something about them I feel like takes you by surprise, but it's a good surprise, because I think it shows you like this person is actually not being on their bullshit, you know, or BS. Yeah. Okay, let's go into that Page of Pentacles. Please and thank you, Spirit. What is that Page of Pentacles trying to tell us? What is coming to light with that Page of Pentacles? Anything else about that Page of Pentacles? Please and thank you, Spirit. Anything else about that Page of Pentacles? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Anything else? Okay. So, clarifying that Page of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is insane. Like, beautiful, beautiful energy here. Why can't I say this? Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck. Oh my gosh. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Pentacles, and it just slid off to reveal the Six of Wands. I can't talk today. I'm trying. My mouth just won't catch up with my brain, apparently. And the way that this Page of Pentacles came out to begin with, I don't know if you remember, but it came out this way. And so I take that as like a very intense Page of Pentacles. Like, I am going straight for it kind of thing. And the Page of Pentacles is usually somebody that's offering like a new beginning, you know, interested in showing interest in building together. And what this person imagines that the two of you can build together is like, honestly, you guys are, I mean, it matches with the energy. You two could be a power couple easily and achieve a lot of success, a lot of abundance, stability, security. Like, this is generational wealth. You could build a family together. Like, this is solid stuff that they are planning with you. And this is all that they picture. This is all that they see when they look into the future of your future together. This is what they see. Ten of Pentacles, like everything. Like literally everything they could want and more. And the two of you would probably be unstoppable, or at least in this person's mind it would be. And then they come in. They share feelings. They offer their cup of love to you. And it's going to be up to you to decide if you want this or not. I think you're definitely going to be a little bit potentially closed off, potentially confused, maybe unsure of what to really choose in this dynamic or situation. The Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, I think that you're going to be, especially because it slid off to reveal that Six of Wands, I think especially with the way that you are working on yourself, on your stuff, you're going to be coming into some significant success soon. And I think you're going to have a hard time trying to balance between your goals, ambitions, and potentially love. Especially if you realize that this person is backing up their words with actions, showing you that they actually did that work, that they are in a better place now, that they're much more suitable for you. And so you may genuinely start to consider it, and you're like, okay, but how do I fit this person into my life and the future that I've already planned for myself or pictured for myself? Like, it feels very much like, how do I incorporate this person into my life now that I see them as a potential suitor, partner? So yeah, you may be surprisingly considerate, or like, that sounds weird. Like, you might actually consider this, even if you think at first that you won't. This person could show you, like, that they really mean business, that they're really telling the truth about the work that they've done. Yeah. But I do feel like you're going to be kind of like unsure because it's like you have been devoting yourself to yourself for so long, potentially, or maybe not very long, but you have been doing that. And so it's like, where do I fit this person into my life? Like, where do they fit into my story? Is it possible for us to be a power couple that it creates all this abundance together? I honestly really like this energy. It's interesting because I think that, again, there's something complex about this person. Like, I almost feel like on the surface they could very much play a certain role, maybe wear a mask to a degree, not necessarily in a bad way, but you know, we all wear masks in one way or another depending on the social situation or whatever. I don't know. I think you're going to be surprisingly like open-minded to this person potentially. Okay, I think now it's time for the oracle. Let's just see what they got for the collective, any sort of advice or helpful information, I guess. I don't know. Helpful messages. Anyways, please and thank you, Spirit. What kind of advice or messages do you have for the collective now? Please and thank you, Spirit. Something flipped over. Okay. Anything else, please and thank you, Spirit? Anything about what's coming to light for the collective, please and thank you. Okay, I feel like take that. Okay, let's see. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so what we have, dedicated effort. Yeah, honestly, this is what I'm seeing you doing. You've been like dedicated to yourself, to your goals, and it feels like, yeah, continue to do that because you're literally on your way to success. If you don't see it, it's literally on its way. The next card, lead. I'm pretty sure too that this is representing the Emperor potentially, because I know that this person does, I believe the black borders of these cards indicates that these are based on the major arcana of the tarot. Like, but just like this artist or creator of this oracle, their interpretation of those cards. So I want to say that this could be the Emperor. I'll double check, but I'm thinking maybe. And it says lead, obviously, and so it could be double confirmation for the Emperor. So maybe this person is truly who they say that they are and showing up authentically, showing up in the energy that's actually deserving of a connection with you, somebody that's actually on your level. Also, this could be just you doing your stuff, leading the way, trailblazer is what I'm hearing. You may be the first of your kind to do what you're doing. I don't know what that exactly means, but it's nice. It's unique. Like, I feel like you're very much meant to be a leader, whether you feel that about yourself or not. And you know, being a leader doesn't have to be like, you do this, you do that. Like, you can be a leader by encouraging people, by offering people advice if they need it. Like, you can be a leader in so many different ways. And so maybe just find the way that works best for you. Like, if it's not in the spotlight, that's okay. If it's not as a manager of other people, that's okay. Like, you can find many ways to lead that are not so strict. This says, choose your battles. To be honest, it kind of feels like I don't know why this is coming up, but like, yeah, honestly, yeah, that's what I'm getting is like, maybe be careful. Or not, I don't want to say it like that because that sounds ominous. Like, why should I be careful? No, like, nothing bad is going to happen to you, but like, it just feels like maybe be more cautious. And that also sounds scary. I just mean like, maybe just be self-aware. Like, oh, I am very closed off to this person. Maybe I'm not giving them the, maybe I'm not allowing them to tell their side of things, and therefore I'm not gaining clarity. and it's just making me hate this person even more. Like, it almost feels like maybe hear people out. If you feel very closed off to somebody and you're like in battle mode, you're like, don't come anywhere near me, I don't want to hear from you, I don't want to deal with you, go away from me. But it might be saying, open your mind a little bit. Notice when you are triggered by somebody. Notice when you are closed off to somebody, but it may be more of a trauma response than a real threat, is what I'm trying to say, I think. And I think that's kind of what this card is trying to say as well. It's just like, not everything is a threat. And when you live in survival mode for one reason or another in your life, we do sort of start to see everybody as the enemy because of that past trauma and how it affects us. So when it says choose your battles, I really do feel like maybe just try to like be self-aware and kind of notice those feelings, notice those reactions, notice how you are reacting to somebody, and maybe listen to them, listen to what they have to say. Maybe you'll be much more open. It will help maybe your mind open a little bit more. Open your mind a little bit. Because I feel like there's maybe a divine purpose to this conversation at the very least. Like, even if you don't choose this person, even if they end up being a scrub, like, I feel like Spirit's definitely here trying to say, okay. Like, Spirit, I think, is just saying, maybe there's something more to this than you may initially think. So if your initial reaction is block this person, maybe hear them out before you block them. I don't know. Obviously, do what you need to do and do what's best for you. I am just a tarot reader. Nurture at the bottom of the deck, which we had this in, I think, the last reading as well. You have been nurturing yourself. You've been nurturing yourself, your surroundings, maybe your community, and this is going to pay off in such a beautiful way. Oh, duh. This could also be the Empress card. So we might have the Emperor and Empress, actually. Oh, that's too funny. Actually, I think that might be exactly what's happening. So that's a really cool coinkydink there. Let me open that book and see if I'm correct about those two. Let's see. Lead is the Emperor. I was correct. And nurture is the Empress. I was correct again. Damn, I'm good. Anyways. Yeah, so we have the Emperor and Empress again, as well as in the main reading. This could be a divine match. I hate to say it because of that message we had earlier, but if this person is truly doing that work to become a better person, transforming where they need to transform, changing where they need to change, maturing where they need to mature, they could be very ideal for you. But again, it's your decision at the end of the day. You don't have to accept this person. You don't have to allow this person into your life, especially if they've hurt you in a significant way. You don't have to do that at all. Because honestly, what you have going on in your life, with or without this person, you're going to be successful and you're going to be glowing and like successful. Like, you're going to be so good on your own. So it's like either way, like it's a win-win situation either way. That's kind of what it feels like. I really feel like that's kind of what Spirit wants the collective to see, because I think I got that same message yesterday, I want to say, in the last reading. Like, you're so blessed, and I also feel like you are protected, and that could also help you feel a sense of comfort, security, while navigating this as well. Honestly, I really like this reading, and I hope that you liked it as well, and that it resonated. If it resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you can become a part of the Hive Collective, because my name is Bee. Bees live in hives, and you can become an honorary bee like me, and we can be a little bee family together. If you like my readings and you'd like to see more, be sure to click that bell icon down below so that YouTube actually notifies you next time that I upload. And thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!